Dude, you're an outlaw!
Whether you're just getting into the world of ATVs or you've been doing it your whole life, this Polaris Sportsman might be the ATV for you, because not only can it have fun, but it has all kinds of utility. It can help you do yard work, it can help you on the farm, and it can help you go hunting, camping, fishing, anything that you can think of. My name is Case, and in this video I'm going to be doing a deep dive into what makes the Sportsman one of the best-selling ATVs of all time. From electronic power steering to LED lights, and even the ability to set a maximum speed on this ATV in a certain area using an app on your phone, the Sportsman is loaded with tech and cutting-edge features, and that's part of the reason that they've sold 1.6 million of these things. Let's do a deep dive into some more of the specific models and what makes each one different, because there's tons of options. The Sportsman lineup starts here with the 450 HO. This is their base engine making 33 horsepower, and it starts at $6,400 MSRP. And that's within $100 of its competitors from Can-Am and Honda. But there's a couple features on this that makes it unique. Let's talk to Chris from Polaris to find out what makes the 450 HO special. Growing up, my family had a number of Polaris ATVs, including a Sportsman, which is why I have fond memories of these machines, but this new model is a completely different beast.
This is the all-new Sportsman 450, updating the 450s and the 570s for 2021. So if you take a look at it, great looking machine. We started by updating the style. So if you take a look around the machine, you can see on the front end, throughout the cab, we've got an entirely new look to the machine. Entirely new pod up top as well. As you can see on this machine, these are actually the standard steel front rack extenders that come on all of the models. But a ton of great accessories on this one too, that when you're ready, I'm excited to dig into those as well.
Yeah, so on the subject of accessories, one thing that I absolutely love is all this protection around it, because obviously you spend thousands on an ATV, you don't want it to get hurt when you're actually using it. And all of these pieces tie into the framework.
And while we're back here, if you're taking a look at the back, we've got a couple other accessories here. We've got steel rack extenders on the back, available on our utility editions and some of our other packages. And then you can see here we've also got our steel racks as an accessory, available on some of the units from the factory, but also available as an accessory. And you might notice the cargo box up top here. We've brought a bunch of new accessories for the back of the machines to improve your cargo carrying capability. This one's our open box. We've also got a closing box that's lockable and sealed. And then we're also excited to launch this year for the first time our Rockford Fosgate audio box that also attaches in the same location back here, so you can keep the tunes pumping while you're riding on the trail too.
Another cool thing is that in terms of accessories, not only can you get boxes to carry a lot of stuff, but you can also get coolers, like you can see here. We've even got a windshield. You can throw winches, 2,500, 3,500 pound winches, snow plows on them. You can pretty much modify any one of these models of ATV to do whatever it is that you're looking to do. Earlier today, I had the opportunity to ride both the 450 HO without power steering and the Sportsman 570 with power steering. Now, the biggest difference was actually not the 11 more horsepower for a total of 44 that you get with the 570. Sure, that extra responsiveness and the more grunt when you really get into it did make a difference, but the most noticeable thing that sets these two apart is that power steering. The 450 HO without power steering takes way more effort to ride. It's a lot more difficult through the trees. You have to anticipate turns and use more of your body to get it to actually cut around. Whereas this, you can stay seated, you can hook the handlebars around, and it won't fight you one bit. I would say that upgrading to the power steering, if you're doing any kind of trail riding or if you're working with this thing day after day, it's a worthwhile upgrade. And the great thing with the Sportsman is that you can add most of any of these upgrades to whichever model you get. So if you want a 450 HO with the power steering, that's an option. Firing up the Sportsman is as simple as most ATVs. Get it in park, flip the key on, make sure that you hold the brake, and you are good as gold. Now you might be wondering, does the 570 have enough power? Through trails like this, it does. I'm sure the 850 and even the 1000 would be a lot more fun, especially if you've got wide open fields. But when you lay into it, the 570 is no slouch. One nice feature on the Sportsman is the fact that it doesn't have a gated shifter. That makes it easier to get from gear to gear. Now, you've got your standard park, reverse, neutral, high, and low. If you're towing a trailer, you'll probably want to keep it in low, the same if you're crawling. And these ATVs actually have a towing capacity on the 450 HO and 570 models of 1,350 pounds. One nice upgrade on these new Sportsmen is that you get not only a charge port, but you also get a place to plug in your battery, so if you're planning to store this for a season, you're not going to run out. And the battery is easier than ever to service. The 450 HO has racks with capacities of 90 pounds on the front and 180 on the back for a total of 270. Not bad. However, the Can-Am Outlander has it beat by 90 pounds for a total of 360. Though, if you upgrade to a larger displacement 850 or 1000 Sportsman, it will match that same payload at 360 pounds. Starting at 8,900 MSRP, the Sportsman 850 bumps up the power from 44 in the 570 all the way up to 78 horsepower, though it does weigh an extra 70 pounds. The $12,100 Sportsman XP1000 has a similar story, 90 horsepower, but it weighs 801 pounds. That's 30 more than the 850 and 100 pounds more than the Sportsman 570 and 450 HO. The Sportsman is 48 inches wide, which is exactly 4 feet. And the reason that that is a good round number is because the bed in your standard truck has 4 feet of width between the wheel wells. That's so it can fit a sheet of plywood, which means at 48 inches, this will drive into the bed of your average pickup truck. But it being right at 48 inches means that it still maintains a wide stance, giving it extra stability. And also contributing to that stability is its fully independent suspension and the fact that it's 4-wheel drive. Another advantage of the Sportsman is that it comes from the factory with 6-ply tires, unlike its competitors, which makes it extra durable. And on top of that, you get 11.5 inches of ground clearance, and on this higher trim model, the A-arms actually bend out of the way to give you that same 11.5 inches of ground clearance for a greater distance side to side. For 2021, the Sportsman is not radically redesigned. These are all minor incremental changes. Basically what they've done is take a good ATV and they've made it better. But let us know in the comments, what are the things about the Sportsman that you like and what are the things that you dislike? Anyways, that's all for this video. As always, this is Case with TFL Off-Road. Be sure to go back to TFLoffroad.com for more news, views, and real-world reviews. See you later.